Things are beginning to heat up in the final stretch of the USL League One regular season. One Knox looking to continue their ascent up the league table. They head across the country to face AV Alta, who are ready to turn the corner. USL After Dark won't disappoint. I'm Josh Lill, set to bring you all the action from the Antelope Valley. Last time these two teams got together, it was a showdown in the Smoky Mountains. Jaheim Brown would record his second professional goal. That would be the first of 3 for the hosts. But about 40 minutes later, just beyond the 1 hour mark, Walmer Martinez would even things up at 1 apiece. But Knoxville would eventually run away with the match after just holding 31% of the ball. It would also be just the 4th time that Knoxville would score 3 or more goals in a League One match. And this game, it also started the infamous 9-match winless skid for AV Alta. Looking at the current league table, right here in this very second, Naples, they jumped One Knox after their Friday night victory. Chattanooga drew even with Portland Hearts of Pine. It gave Spokane a chance to get close to Chattanooga, but Velocity FC drew even at 3 apiece with Texoma tonight. Omaha and Tormenta, they have won a combined 7 matches in a row. Interesting, since both of those clubs were in 14th at one point this year. But let's look at what is ahead for each of these clubs. AV Alta, it won't be easy. They've got 4 matches against clubs in current playoff positioning. They were once in second back on July 5th. They plummeted to 7th, and they'll need to make up ground on the road, as they'll do so 4 more times. Knoxville, 5 playoff opponents to go, and 5 of their next 7 are at home. Our player to watch for AV Alta tonight, it's Walmer Martinez in the USL Championship. Centurion has been great in the attacking third. Coach Clavin praising the 26-year-old's left foot. He's solid on set pieces and is able to cut inside and create chances. This is the top club when you're talking conversion rate and passing. He needs that finishing touch against a stellar defense tonight. Over to the visitors, all eyes will be on Babacar Dieng, brought in from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in the USL Championship. He came in with his role uncertain due to Kempis Tequila, but Dieng, he has capitalized on his opportunity this year. 8 goals across all competitions, and he's been key in finishing in the box. Knoxville needed someone to press and score in the big moments. The Senegal man, he's brought flair to this club. Can AV Alta upset Knoxville at home and walk away with a League One match victorious for the first time in over 2 months? Or will Knoxville sweep the season series? It's the final league match of the weekend and has the makings to be a star-studded match. Starters to kick off up next.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union, everything you need right here at home.
When it comes to health and harmony, connections matter. At Southwest Healthcare, our growing network links Southern California communities with services that meet their needs. Our 5 acute care facilities, affiliated urgent care centers, outpatient surgery facilities, and primary and specialty physician offices are here for you. From the high desert of Palmdale to Temecula's foothills, let us help you achieve health in harmony. Visit southwesthealthcare.com to learn more.
Starting lineups for both clubs brought to you by Visit Palmdale. Carlos Avila seeking his 300th career USL League One save tonight Kalyan Pelivanov not in squad. Eric Sea making his second league start of the year. Mabumu Alasan, expect him to win the physical 1v1 battles. Jimmy Villalobos continues to be a threat outside the box. Struck iron in stoppage time last week with a chance to beat Ford Madison. For the visitors, well, they'll look a little different from top to bottom. Head coach Ian Fuller and midfielder Abel Caputo unavailable after each picking up multiple yellow cards in the Tormenta match. So former interim head coach Ilya Ilic will step in. He also led the club to their first ever 4-goal performance, even out of the USL 2 days last August. In the middle, Sievert Hagley and Jordan Skelton, they're standing each over 6'4". Look for them to be aerial threats, but tall defenders to get by. AV Alta in their Joshua Green kits with desert sand letters and numbers. And they go a little too quickly. One Knox in their road whites with orange letters and numbers. AV Alta going left to right. Knoxville right to left. We're so happy to have you with us this evening. Josh Lill set to take you the full 90 minutes. Jerry Desdune will do correctly on the signal of Christian Campo Hernandez, our official tonight. Well, you know what they say, third time's the charm. Attempt number 3 here to get the match started. An unconventional start, to say the least. And here we go. AV Alta stick with it, and we are underway from the Antelope Valley. Happy to have you with us. Plenty of storylines to unpack this evening, most notably for One Knoxville, they'll be without Ian Fuller tonight. Again, picked up 2 yellow cards in the South Georgia Tormenta FC loss last week. For AV Alta, Eduardo Blancas, one of the better set-piece takers and converters in league history, will begin his night on the bench for AV Alta. And over here, Desdune inside. Mariona spinning, and it's kept alive. And a takedown at the edge of the area, cleanly done, and Angelo Kelly has room to run. DN with it, lofting this into the 18-yard box, and Mikel Goling can't control and dispossessed by Mabumu Alasan. One Knox winning it back and trying to bounce back after that loss on the road in Statesboro, Georgia. As it's fed inside to Deanne, Pajado beats him to the ball, but it will trickle out past the byline. We'll get our first corner kick of the night. Aside from Coach Fuller and Abel Caputo being sent off, it was the first loss since July 23rd of 2023, where One Knox scored first and couldn't walk away with 3 points. How about a marching band joining the 661 tonight? The thundering sound of the drums. We've got a couple tubas in there, sousaphones to be specific. A daunting task for One Knox, heading toward the support section here in half number 1. There's Brian Claben, dapper as ever in his suit. Had a big midweek win against Alianza, a first division side in El Salvador. His club walking away scoring 3 goals in that match. Wilmer Martinez, a big part of it. Alex Cerritos on the board as well. And just a nice confidence boost. It won't go down for anything on the stat sheets as it was an exhibition, but it provides a little bit of momentum. Brian Claben knows what a tough month of August it was for his side. Ilya Ilic leading One Knox. took the reins in mid-August last year, and in match number 1, this club scored 4 goals against the Chattanooga Red Wolves. It's been the first and only time that feat has been obtained by any One Knox club. You could look at the USL 2 days in year number 1 in 2022 or League One from 2023 to present day. Alta drawing the foul there. Tough fall early on. Javier Mariona pushed down from behind by Stavros Zarakostas. Mariona, the former Central Valley man. Like Walmer Martinez, they both have that ability to cut inside. Mariona strong on his right foot. You'll see that at the edge of the 18. Can mirror Walmer Martinez in some sort of fashion. It's fair to say Javier Mariona, excuse me. It was a clean challenge by Mabumu Alassane. Had the pleasure of working with Alfredo Midense in Fresno, California last year. Those two ended up being a duo of 2 of the better playmakers in all of League One in 2024, and that's certainly been matched here in 2025. The stats may not reflect it, but Mariona constantly finding ways to slice and dice the defense on any given night. Stuart Ritchie has one of the highest crossing volumes in USL League One. Kelly along the byline takes a shove from Alassane. Gives a little props to Angelo Kelly, but Mabumu Alassane, again, not afraid to pick up a booking, unapologetic in his approach. And Brian Claben, who's leading AV Alta in their first year, he's unapologetic as well. Understands when holding anywhere from 50 to 60% of the ball, you're going to make strides in your own end, and you're going to leave a good amount of yards, anywhere from 60, maybe even 70 yards behind you available. It's been tough to get back and defend at times. You see AV Alta, they're able to work into the attacking third, bring numbers forward, and he's had to rely on his center backs, Miguel Pajado, Kalyan Pelivanov, tonight Eric Sea, to get back and recover. Pajado back to Aviles under duress, looking for save number 300 tonight, currently at 298. That's second among active players, third all time in regular season play. Alassane under duress and taken down right at the division line. So that's a quick free kick in the attacking half. Robledo on it. Desdune, very versatile, has that ability to drop in as a center forward, but can take his space outside as well. Offers a lot of interchangeable play between not just the forwards, but the fullbacks for this AV Alta side. Ball trickling inside, it's crossed in. Last-ditch effort there by Stuart Ritchie to keep the ball out of the box. And Miguel Pajado, visibly frustrated, as well as Eric Sea, having words with Christian Campo Hernandez, our head official for the night. That ball nearly intercepted. It goes off of Ritchie. Those are the little things that Brian Claben's side has done so well this year. It may not be reflected in overall stats or the league table, but the ability to hustle to the ball. has given AV Alta a plethora of chances. This year's second most shot on targets in the league with 99. You can be for sure that number will increase. It won't be easy tonight against a stellar defensive side, One Knox. Injury report tonight. Neither side with anything to report. Injury report brought to you by Southwest Healthcare. Deanne looking to settle it down, but a bouncing ball with wicked intent. Works back the way of the hosts. But for Coach Klaben, he's needed athleticism, because with how high his club likes to get forward, again, you leave space, you're vulnerable in behind. And most teams in League One, they want to thrive on the counterattack. Coach Klaben understanding the risks that come with this style of play, but then, well, it leads to chances like this. Desdune looking for it. Finds it, settling it down. Villalobos will have a go and send that one into the crowd. Nice hold-up game there from Jerry Desdune to let Jimmy Villalobos work near the 18. Starts with an excellent feed by Harrison Robledo, and Villalobos from that spot could have gone with either his left or right, choosing his strong foot. And Sean Lewis will get his first goal kick of the night. Into traffic and turned over. Coach Klaben loves the opportunity to play on the ground, doesn't want to gamble with 50-50 crosses and long passes, unless they can result in a solid reception there, like with Sebastian Cruz. Looking to go on frame, but Sean Lewis can collect with ease. Sean Lewis, a veteran of USL League One, and had one heck of a 2024 campaign, named Goalkeeper of the Year and also the Golden Glove winner. "77 degrees tonight in Lancaster, California." Right as squads were making their way to the pitch, we had a beautiful look at a picturesque sunset in the background, pink skies. And now in the autumn months, the scene's looking that much prettier. It takes a deflection off of Stuart Ritchie, and it's out for a Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Early chance for Brian Klaben's side to connect. All three goals in that Ford Madison match coming from set pieces, a penalty kick conversion, a direct free kick, and well, Miguel Pajado scoring on a header off of a corner kick to pick up the club's second goal a week ago. Can he do it again? It's lofted back post. Finds Desdune with a left foot. It's blocked, volleyed and scored! Early success, the theme for AV Alta, and it's Javier Mariona on the board. The 20-year-old from Los Altos, California. Well, he didn't have to go high to get this ball. It settled down. The shot attempt by Desdune, and an excellent volley there by Mariona. Pulled a rabbit out of his hat on that opportunity. It was a funky delivery, but it got the job done. And AV Alta looking for their first victory in league play since July 5th. Have a positive start. That is the second week in a row that AV Alta have converted off of a corner kick. Set pieces, again, continuing to preach the tale of success. Nice moves there from Stuart Ritchie to get by Cruz. Cross steered aside, and that goal brought to you by Snow Orthodontics. Javier Mariona with goal number 2 across all competitions this year, second in league play. And the marching band is ecstatic. Ball had wicked spin, but kept in momentarily by AV Alta. Christian Campo Hernandez saw otherwise, and it's a throw-in for One Knox. The visitors have only conceded multiple goals on 6 occasions across all competitions this year. So an early strike from AV Alta could make things a lot tougher here for One Knox. Already on their heels. Quick touch by Ritchie. Alta pressing to the ball. Ritchie, the stellar crosser. A header! Wow, another finish! Mikael Goling evens things at 1 apiece. And we are in for a doozy tonight. Mikael Goling, right place, right time. And it starts here on a beautiful give and go between Nico Rosamilia and Stuart Ritchie. This ball drifting over the head of Babacar Dieng, but Goling there to collect. And how about this, the Santa Barbara alum scoring back in his collegiate state. That is goal number 5 on the year for the Denmark national. That goal also brought to you by Snow Orthodontics. And what a fun first 17 minutes it's been. Both goals coming off of crosses. As Goling takes a bit of a knock. For Knoxville, it's about increasing the shot totals. Just 7 against Tormenta. That was a match low in league play this year. Slow roller by Lewis, eventually collected by Sievert Haugli. Knox with space to go. Their best chance right now of beating AV Alta are quick narrow passes and finding that one to just stretch out the defense. Testing AV on the far side of the pitch now. Stuart Ritchie credited with the assist on the goal and goal. First in league play this year for the California native, Ritchie returning to his home state. One Knox have been really good coming into this game. 6 goals scored inside the first 15 minutes of the first half. That's second in the league. This one a matter of seconds outside the 15th minute. So we'll put an asterisk next to that and say 7. Because early starts have paved the way for success for this Knoxville side. Busy start for Christian Campo Hernandez as he draws the line here for the free kick. Walmer Martinez drawing the foul, and even with Eduardo Blancas on the bench, Brian Claben praising Jerry Desdune and Walmer Martinez for their abilities on set pieces. It's a luxury, he says. All three of those players just have the ability, both in service and on free kicks, to not only set other players up, but test the keeper, and you can bet Sean Lewis. Hyper-focused here. The rest of the Alta players looking to time their runs successfully. It's Martinez, curling ball inside, off the head of a Knoxville defender. Ricci pops it up. The possession you see tonight from AV Alta, well, it's well rehearsed. Brian Claben wanting to make sure his guys are very solid on their passing capabilities as this one trickles right past the penalty spot. Controlled by Cruz. Robledo inside to Cruz. That one just over the head of Sean Lewis. It stays in play for now and retrieved by the teenager Steven Ramos. Dueling it out with Danny Fernandez. The visitors pry it free. Zaragoza's far side dispossessed by Mabumu Alassane. You take the likes of Alassane, Miguel Pajado, Steven Ramos. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Christian Ortiz. The one-on-one defending has been superb this year. You know, in the world, you hear the phrase reduce, reuse, recycle. For Brian Claben, it's react, repress, and recover. Giving praise to all of his defenders as he trusts them in those defending moments on the fast break. He loves to see what they're doing attacking-wise this year. It's fun for the fans, fun for the club, but understands defense wins championships and needs to see a little more improvement from the team defending in order to secure a trophy here. As this shot saved by Lewis. Walmer Martinez on the rebound. That opportunity stifled at the 6 by Sievert Haugli. Martinez would have had an opportunity from point-blank range. But the 6'3" center back able to silence AV Alta for now. Here we are in the 23rd minute. 2 goals to show for it. Robledo to Cruz, looking to cross with his right foot. Will opt inside to Jimmy Villalobos, and Alassane will have a goal. Can't quite test Sean Lewis. USL on CBS Sports Network continues in September with a League One battle of old versus new. The Richmond Kickers, one of the oldest continually operated active soccer clubs in the United States, takes on newcomer Portland Hearts of Pine on Wednesday, September 17th 6:30 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Portland tonight drawing with Chattanooga. What a sight it would be for USL League One if Portland Hearts of Pine were somehow able to work their way to a top 4 spot and possibly host a League One playoff game. The Northeast would be rocking indeed. Clean takeaway there by Stuart Ritchie. It's kept alive. And Rosamilia outrunning. Evie Alta wanted a handball. Nice switch of play by Rosamilia. Zara Costas goes down, doesn't get a foul call. All heads for Evie Alta on a quick swivel. Looking to catch Knoxville off guard. Evie Alta looking to establish a little more consistent scoring presence in their last 4 games. Scored 3 goals twice, but shut out on 2 occasions. That consistency shown in the early summer months and needed here. With just 6 weeks to go until decision day. Ramos lofts it in. Mariona. Looking for that give and go with Walmer Martinez. Can't seek it out. It's eventually sent into recycle. Mariona has had the soft foot tonight on that goal. Controlling on the volley, nice give and go. Robledo centering a takedown in the area. 5 Knoxville defenders surrounding the ball. Refusing to give up a close chance yet again. Launched the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. So go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Danny Fernandez on the throw, got the lone goal in Statesboro last week. Sebastian Cruz, defended well by Rosamilia, draws the foul call. Well, tonight, we haven't had any bookings, but it's been clean play for the most part as Robledo. Well, that ball might have gone out past the byline and finally whistled down. Brian Claben applauding the efforts of his young forward. But just 7 fouls between both clubs here. Halfway through the 28th minute. Christian Campo Hernandez giving Sean Lewis the go-ahead now. A high press from Evie Alta won't make this goal kick easy, and it's intercepted by Cruz. Nifty passing here. Brian Claben told us in the days leading up to the match the ideal passing numbers for his guys. And young coaches of the game, good opportunity here to take notes. Wants to see his defenders complete 80 passes, midfielders 60, and his forwards anywhere from 45 to 50. As Cruz cutting inside, it'll roll right up to the feet of Sean Lewis. But Brian Claben emphasizing player development, and that was the knowledge when he was hired for this job. Understands if his guys, and each of his players, to be more specific, can pass at a clip of 85%, you're setting them up for success. Not just in AV Alta, but later down the road in their soccer careers, wherever that may take each of these players tonight. Plenty of technically gifted players. For AV Alta, might not have the height of One Knox. Multiple players over the height of 6'3", but look at a guy like Steven Ramos, who was over there to take the throw, and just 19 years of age. Someone who's been quite impressive this year. Has won 60% of his duels, completed 84% of his passes. Ramos a big reason why this defense has been so solid, but Brian Claben pointing out you haven't seen the best of Steven Ramos yet. His defense has been great, but the attacking still has room to work, and it's been impressive nonetheless to watch. Robledo has that taken away by Callum Johnson. Goaling sticking with it. Alisson down. It'll stay with the visitors, but both midfielders shaken up momentarily. Just beyond the half-hour mark. AV Alta and One Knox even at 1 apiece. It was a wicked first 16 minutes of play. Inside the 13th minute, Javier Mariona scoring for AV Alta off of a corner kick. Less than 3 minutes later, Mikel Goaling would head one in off of a Stuart Ritchie cross. This ball finds Martinez, and the hosts, well, they're looking to end a 9-match winless skid in league play. Doing it tonight without their head coach Ian Fuller and midfielder Abel Caputo. Each of those men picking up 2 yellow cards apiece in the Tormenta match, leading to a 1-game suspension. But Knoxville with a chance for the season sweep tonight, and looking to continue creating separation with teams under the top 4 spots have their eyes set on hosting a playoff match come November 1st. There's Goaling again, pops it off to Ritchie. Ritchie inside, it's settled down, bouncing ball, a push at the 6. AV Alta come away unscathed for now. Mark Doyle is available for One Knox tonight if they need an attacking threat at any point in the second half. Ilya Illich and the rest of the staff pleased to have him back. Adds another dimension to this new and improved One Knoxville attack. There is Ilya Illich, and he felt like one of the biggest lessons he learned as an interim head coach in 2024 learned how to handle different situations, also became more of a confident decision maker. Felt like he also grew in those two areas under Ian Fuller this year. Did mention it was a little bit of a bittersweet experience facing off against Mark McKeever, the former One Knox head coach who has now been named interim of Tormenta FC since the departure of Ian Cameron. Gave much praise to Mark McKeever, said no surprise that Tormenta have had success with Coach McKeever. Praises him for giving him the start in coaching, teaching him many of the valuable lessons that he has applied here today. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products and more. Select the player's choice. That one off the crossbar, shot inside, and ricocheting off the back. Stuart Ritchie with the Select ball, crossing it in, and Babacar Dieng nearly punishing Carlos Aviles over his head. And Miguel Pajado very vocal on the back line for AV Alta. Always has a message for his guys, whether it was a positive or negative sequence. Callum Johnson standing over this ball. Most matches played in the history of One Knox, all the way back to the USL 2 days. Even with Stavros Zarakostas for most assists in the history of the club with 8 apiece. Johnson would love number 9 right now. Outswinging ball by Johnson, it's headed up and into the 6-6-1. The marching band, a few of the members approving of that defensive sequence. One Knox has looked a little more solidified here defensively. As Desdoon hounding Skelton. Lewis able to keep it in. But for anyone who's followed USL League One, and well, One Knox specifically, defense is the name of the game. From 2022 on, and defense synonymous with each other, but a little bit of a shift this year in the attack. Ian Fuller wanting to add to those scoring numbers. Ilya Illich felt like in 2024 his side, they drew in a lot of matches, were held scoreless. Ian Fuller looking to see a little more braveness on the ball, and you're seeing it right here with Angelo Kelly sticking with the play, and the One Knox coaching staff livid with that call. Christian Campa Hernandez, quite direct in his ruling. It's understandable the frustration from the One Knox side. I can't tell how much of a knock Jimmy Villalobos took there. Villalobos, the former One Knox man. Eventually loaned to Forward Madison from Knoxville just a year ago. Desdoon putting the brakes on. Back inside. The fans calling for Steven Ramos to maybe take a shot from outside the area. One back by AV Alta. and fed inside. Through to Babacar Diagne, chance on the break here. Babacar Diagne making magic happen. Chance in front of the net, magnificent stop by Carlos Aviles. Chance on the rebound, and it's blocked away by a defender. Miguel Pajaro getting in the way of that shot. Aviles and Pajaro tag teaming. This One Knox break, a point blank save. And Miguel Pajaro stops the shot from Stavros Zarakostas. Brian Claben pointed out that defense wins championships, and he's seeing more of these efforts from his players. Christian Campo Hernandez checking the net with Carlos Aviles and Stuart Ritchie. Given the signal to move on. Rosamilia cutting inside, cross hits Diagne. In the 40th minute here. One Knox looking to string together one positive possession. Possibly head to the locker room with a 1 goal, maybe even a multiple goal lead. They've scored 6 goals in the final 15 minutes of the first half, so it would not be an unordinary sight. Diagne draws the foul. The spot is drawn. I wonder if One Knox will go direct here. Maybe try and mimic AV Alta a little bit. Mikael Goling and Callum Johnson standing over this ball. Having a little pre-kick discussion. Goling will head in. It's a short wall of just 2. Javier Mariona and Jerry Desdune. Set pieces are crucial, and I wonder if Skelton and Haugley will be targeted. That seems to be the case. Backside, and that one knocked away by Carlos Aviles. Danny Fernandez cannot believe how close he was to testing Aviles on frame. It was knocked away, and it seemed Fernandez whiffed on the ball. Mariona chasing, and Fernandez forced to put it safely out of play. Possession right now at a daunting 65% for AV Alta. One Knox have recorded 6 shots, but have yet to test Carlos Aviles. Pardon me, have tested him twice, excuse me. Have yet to make any saves. Here's Sean Lewis. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. AV Alta with quite the motor, that high press paying off. Able to pry it free off the throw and eventually given back. Stuart Ritchie has that taken away. Sebastian Cruz cross on the ground, trickling to Villalobos, and sends that one over the head of Sean Lewis. There's something about Jimmy Villalobos when he has a chance to run up with a couple of steps to a slow roller outside the area. Everybody holds their breath. You have to imagine stoppage time won't be too long. No bookings. Just 12 fouls between the two sides. Del Pajado stepping a little bit. That one, it looked like it went off of AV Alta. Brian Klaben frustrated, wanting an explanation from the fourth official. Let's take a better look here. Yep, that one did go off of Harrison Robledo. It's the correct call. Nice keep there by Fernandez. Great challenge there from Steven Ramos. Awkward roller intercepted by Cruz and taken down. And Brian Klaben, the suit jacket is off. Absolutely livid, and Miguel Pajado, he can't believe it either. Felt like Cruz was taken down unfairly. Well, that's not a sight you see too often. It's a nice sweater from Coach Klaben, but usually that suit jacket on, and the AV Alta coaching staff is livid. So here's Cruz, excellent interception. It's a bang-bang play. He runs right into Stuart Ritchie. And Christian Campo Hernandez indicating that the contact was insinuated by Sebastian Cruz. Ritchie was just in his spot. And Brian Klaben understanding now. And the suit jacket remains off. 1 minute of stoppage time confirmed. And about 10 seconds till the end of stoppage time as Haugley chases. You can imagine one more attack here for the visitors. Can they capitalize? Goaling inside to DN. Can he win the body positioning battle? No, he can't. Is it tough to tell if it was still alive? We heard no whistle, but we saw Christian Campo Hernandez point to center field. We do now. And our score heading into the break, AV Alta FC 1, One Knoxville SC 1. The marching band set to take the field. I don't know how many times this has happened in USL League One, but it is a treat for those on site. And Babacar Diane wanting an explanation, and Miguel Pajado having words with the AR. It was a high-flying start to the first half of play. 2 goals inside the first 16 minutes of play, but things have gotten chippy. We haven't had any bookings, but physical play starting to set in. Javier Mariona, along with Mikel Goling, have scored tonight. Stay tuned, we've got news, highlights, stats, and plenty of more from around the league coming up.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
My school schedule was packed. I had no time to practice.
I wanted to chase my dreams without sacrificing my education.
Then I found Learn for Life.
Flexibility means I don't have to choose between practice and school.
I get to chase my dreams and learn at my own pace.
I can learn my way.
I can learn my way.
Learn for Life High Schools, completely free. Enroll anytime.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily in the market for a used vehicle. Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Back here at Lancaster Municipal Stadium, and the marching band is on the pitch. The fans loving it, and AV Alta and One Knox even at one apiece. While we have a quick second, let's take a look at Team of the Week from Match Week 27. AV Alta's Eduardo Blancas named with Player of the Week honors after recording a brace against Ford Madison, but he is now the all-time league leader in direct free kick goals with 4 after his efforts last week. Vincenzo Candela named Coach of the Week after recording a 5-0 victory of Texoma. And that is now Los Bujos' joint largest victory and largest regular season victory in club history. Miguel Pajado for AV Alta scoring last week, getting Team of the Week honors. And Chelo Martinez, Max Schneider also joining the likes of Vincenzo Candela with the weekly honors. Now let's take a look at Goal of the Week, Save of the Week, and Player of the Month from USL League One.
Obregon with Sadie. JC Obregon! No stopping that man! A dozen on the season! Westchester ahead!
Poked forward for Pino. He's got Gallardo. Wide open is Joe Gallardo as he makes the entry. Gallardo saved by Garcia.
Here's a switch of the play to right. Flag stays down. Ollie Wright cutting inside and finishing. Portland ruthless, and they lead 2-1.
Flicked on. Ollie Wright at full gates. Him and the keeper, it's Ollie Wright! Portland's main character delivers all 3 points in style.
On the board.
Ollie Wright! It's Portland pumping ahead
2-1. Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
We don't stop chanting, we don't stop drumming,
yelling and screaming and chanting.
Back from the dead in the 90th minute!
We'll follow them wherever, pretty much. That's just the love that we have for our team.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
AV Alta and One Knox even at one apiece in the final USL League One match of the weekend. Javier Mariona and Mikel Goling getting the scoring started in half number one. Let's take a look at news and notes from around the league through match week 27. Well, it's fair to say since 2024, USL League One has grown mightily. Last season's total attendance record has been passed, and we still have about a month and a half until the playoffs. And shout out to the Greenville Triumph. Gave it their all in the Jägermeister Cup. The last League One team standing eventually fell to Hartford Athletic in the Jägermeister Cup semifinals. USL Cup trophy will now go into the hands of USL Championship side for the first time. And AV Alta, we talked about it atop the broadcast, but they are making international headlines, defeating El Salvador Primera Division champions Alianza earlier this week. Some could say this might flip the trajectory for Alta's season. Looking at scores from around the weekend, we mentioned Naples taking down Charlotte on the road on Friday. A plethora of matches here this evening. Chattanooga and Portland even at one apiece. It gave Spokane a chance to catch up to the Red Wolves, but were unable to do so, drawing at 3 apiece with Texoma. Mark McKeever has turned it around for South Georgia. Tormenta FC have won now 3 matches in a row, defeating Greenville. Ford Madison seemed to be picking things up, winning the Henny Derby this year, 1-0 against Richmond. And Vincenzo Candela has won 4 in a row, and now 5 of the last 6, defeating Westchester. Westchester have now dropped over 35 points from winning positions this year. And that sets up for an interesting league table. We looked at it atop the broadcast, and there's been a lot of movement, a lot of shake and bake, you can say. Chattanooga still atop, and they lead Spokane by an entire match. Important for Velocity FC, especially with one game played less than Chattanooga, to get a victory here late. Naples and Knoxville rounding out the top 4, but then you have a 7-point drop-off between AV Alta and Knoxville, so those playoff hosts starting to become a little more apparent. Omaha and Tormenta, they've made up a ton of ground, neck and neck there, right at the playoff line, and now you're starting to see a little separation from those around the playoff boundary and in the bottom tier of the standings. Texoma struggling to pick up results late, but Madison picking things up. Tune in to the Jägermeister Cup final on October 4th at 10 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Golazo Network, 7 p.m. Pacific time. For all the AV Alta fans tuning in tonight, Hartford, well, they took out Greenville, and Rhode Island fell to Sacramento. It is going to be a fun match. The Jägermeister Cup trophy will be in the hands of a USL Championship team for the first time. Stay with us. We've got highlights and stats coming up.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union. Everything you need, right here at home.
When it comes to health and harmony, connections matter. At Southwest Healthcare, our growing network links Southern California communities with services that meet their needs. Our 5 acute care facilities, affiliated urgent care centers, outpatient surgery facilities, and primary and specialty physician offices are here for you. From the high desert of Palmdale to Temecula's foothills, let us help you achieve health in harmony. Visit southwesthealthcare.com to learn more.
We are just moments away from the final 45 minutes of play out at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Alta and Knoxville even at 1 apiece. While we have a quick moment, let's look at how we got here and highlights from the first half of play. Well, scoring got started pretty early on. Plenty of eyes around this match to close out match week 28 in the 13th minute off of a corner kick for the second consecutive week. It's controlled, a shot by Desdune blocked and volleyed and scored by Javier Mariona. That would make it 1-0 in favor of AV Alta. That is Mariona's second goal on the year across all competitions, second in USL League One. Knoxville would have an answer just minutes later, and a beautiful give and go between Nico Rosamilia and Stuart Ritchie would result in a clean cross and a beautiful header from Mikel Goling, able to put that one by Carlos Aviles. That goal would even it up at 1 apiece. But things would be a little chippy from here on out. No yellow cards to show for it, but plenty of fouls. Looking here in the 22nd minute, a great chance for AV Alta. Across inside, steered aside by Sean Lewis. And Walmer Martinez has that shot blocked by Stuart Ritchie. The ability for these One Knox defenders as well as AV Alta to jump to the ball and prevent chances from close range has resulted in this being a 1-1 game. Then Babacar Dieng on the fast break. A point-blank save made by Carlos Aviles. A further shot would be stopped and blocked by Miguel Pajaro, but Nico Rosamilia cannot punish Aviles from point-blank range. Shots even at 6 apiece, score even at 1 apiece, but Knoxville has put just one more shot on target. No doubt here the hosts average 60%, a historic high. And tonight, well, 65, just 3 corners, no bookings, and just 1 offside wave down. We're set to go here in half number 2. Knoxville starting with it, going left to right. AV Alta right to left. Knoxville in the white kits with orange letters and numbers. AV Alta in their Joshua Green kits with desert sand letters and numbers. Josh Lill set to bring you the rest of this match. And it will not disappoint here on USL After Dark. Early movement here from One Knox, positive nonetheless. The question at hand is, can they continue to increase the amount of crosses? And Stuart Ritchie ascending into the box. Had 99 coming into the match tonight, 4th amongst all the players in League One. Heavy touch by Goling. Eventually controls. That ball deflected off the foot of Ramos. And Danny Fernandez set to throw it in. Brian Claiborne's suit jacket is back on. Would hate for him to get cold here on this Lancaster evening. Dieng finds Zaracostas, he goes down. Clean play in the eyes of Christian Campo Hernandez. And Jordan Skelton looking to connect with Angelo Kelly. That's going to be the key for both sides. Something I've noticed here just inside the first 2 minutes of play, the amount of heavy touches that we have seen. You have to be careful because sometimes those can result in big transitional moments as Babacar Diagne is down. Diagne leading the club with 5 goals on the year, nearly had a 6th. Falling awkwardly after colliding in the air with Mabumu Alassane. Throwing well into the attacking third, 4-1 Knox. Brian Claben looking to bring a little sense of urgency to his club here. As One Knox have controlled here. Collision near side, and that suit jacket might come off again from Brian Claben. First booking is what Jordan Skelton is seeking out. Looking here, Stavros Zarakostas colliding with Steven Ramos. It's called a foul against Ramos, and there is our first booking of the night, brought to you by Paris Law Firm. Just the 3rd yellow card on the year for Ramos. The bunch to the right of Carlos Aviles. Johnson will have to get a good leg into this one. Has plenty of height to work with. Out-swinging ball, finds the head, and it's stopped by Aviles. Nice job by Carlos Aviles. Has been tested with headers tonight. Conceded one, but able to stop that one. Kelly collects. Volley attempt, finds Diagne. That one rocketed to Ramos. Able to settle things down. Mariano with it. Looking to stretch out this One Knox defense. Sean Lewis communicating with the rest of his guys as he's set to take this goal kick. The 6-6-1 right in his ears. A star-studded matchup in terms of goalkeeping tonight. Sean Lewis with multiple league recognitions in 2024, and Carlos Aviles, a veteran of USL League One. On his 5th League One club. A champion with North Texas in 2019 and a runner-up with Chattanooga in 2022. Hard ball by Alassane. Alta continuing to put pressure in the early phases of this One Knox attack. And going too quickly for the liking of the head official. Ramos again, but it's been quite the turnaround for AV Alta. Brian Claben pointing out the results are not indicative of the performance, or performances that we've seen over the last several matches. Felt like Omaha, and that loss in Nebraska was a low point for the season. But to go into Madison, one of the toughest places to play, and escape with a draw. Come back from trailing 3-0 against Texoma. Record a 3-3 draw. Chattanooga, one of the toughest places to play, and Scott McKenzie's side doesn't make life easy, and Stavros Zaragoza not giving Desdune any breathing room. But in that Chattanooga match, Brian Claben's side were forced to defend inside their own box at times. It may not happen often in a match when you're facing Chattanooga. Here's possession-based as AV Alta, but the times that it did happen, it really made things difficult. Ramos looking to make life difficult here for One Knox, and it's steered aside by Callum Johnson. We'll win this August for AV Alta, and still here in the early stages of September, looking for 3 points. Mariona nearly ricochets that one off the right stick. There is something in the air about these AV Alta players and their ability to connect outside the area through 3 defenders. Sean Lewis giving everything he had to stop that ball. Dien goes down. And Ramos shielding that ball away from Knoxville. Mariona dispossessed, double teamed, and nice passing in close quarters. Can Knoxville keep it alive? No, they cannot. That's the best way to beat AV Alta, but overzealous in that attempt. Heavy feet here inside the first 10 minutes of play for both clubs, it's fair to say. Sebastian Cruz. Throws Amelia with a slight disruption. Green and white play on. Mariona looking to cut inside, shovels it off to Desdune. Also great on his right foot cutting in. Knoxville have done a good job of shutting down that central column. Look at the communication between Angelo Kelly and Callum Johnson. Constantly looking, talking, and Stavros Zaragoza is dropping in on defense as well. Takes a team effort. Aggressive pass by Desdune, intercepted. Ritchie looking across, does so. Dien the intended target, but it's short-lived. Kelly pushed down. And we play on. Kelly now to his feet. AV Alta able to play out of the back. Kelly thought he had a clean interception, but fouled Desdune in the process. It's not easy for AV Alta. No matter what the press is, to play out of the back, it's a risk. And you're trusting the team defending. Those 4 backliners especially. Villalobos with space. Looking to play between the lines, deflected by Johnson. That one off the head of Haugli. That's not hard to do. Sivert Haugli, the Norwegian, standing 6'5", joining the likes of Jordan Skelton, standing 6'4". And then across the back line, Danny Fernandez, 6'1". Mikael Goling in the midfield, 6'3". Ladies and gentlemen, it's a message to all the kiddos out there. Make sure to eat your vegetables and you can grow big and tall like Jordan Skelton, Sivert Haugli, and Mikael Goling. Mariona able to get by Fernandez. Cleanly taken down. Nearing the hour mark. AV Alta with just 1 shot on target. Mariona might have had the inside run of Steven Ramos. Martinez thought about it, and now that's Dune. Villalobos, cross inside to Des Dune, and that one ricochets up. The amount of times that AV Alta have hit the woodwork, it's quite egregious. Twice in stoppage time last week. Off the feet of Eduardo Blancas and Jimmy Villalobos. Done so on a couple occasions this evening. Cruz with it, looking to cross on the byline. Knoxville saying it went out of play, and they'll get that call. Here at the hour mark, AV Alta leading, no, excuse me, even with Knoxville at 1 apiece. Javier Mariona and Mikael Goling credited with the 2 goals tonight, and Mark Doyle set to come on for Stavros Zaragoza. Now Mark Doyle this year, well, between him, Kempis Tequila, and Sean Lewis have missed a combined total of 25 League One matches. But this man, congratulations to Carlos Aviles, 300 career saves in USL League One regular season play all time. Huge props to the Dallas Texan native. It's fair to say, wherever Aviles has gone, the coaches have spoke very highly about him, and one can say the defense has improved, which each of the clubs that he has suited up for. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157, the new Sirius XM app. Temperature tonight in the mid-70s. Not a cloud in sight. And it has been a picturesque evening for footy. Mark Doyle on the pitch. Again, heard on 2 separate occasions this year. And Ilya Illich spoke very high of the Knoxville attacker. As Danny Fernandez can't believe the booking. Looking for an explanation from the 4th official. That booking brought to you by Paris Law Firm. Back to Mark Doyle, a championship veteran. Ilya Illich praised his soccer brain, stating he makes good decisions in the final third. He stays composed. And that can really go a long way with the younger guys. Mark Doyle has that ability to not only create for others, but in the moment step up and make plays on his own accord. The Irishman has really helped the quality of One Knox in the final third this year. 4 goals and 2 assists across all competitions, but just north of 500 minutes played. Not the stat that Knoxville was hoping for. This is someone that at this point you would love to see have over 1,000 minutes played. But with Doyle on the pitch, this Knoxville attack can ignite at any moment. With Doyle on the pitch, that goals per game average nearly doubled. Same can be said for points per game. Knoxville on average, just over 2 points per game with Doyle. Barely over 1 without him. Knoxville gets the handball call, and it will go the way of the visitors. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Dien gets a touch. Sets up a nice chance for Knox. Looking for the back post, and it's sitting in the 6. It's tough to tell who that deflected off of. What a ball put on frame by Babacar Dien. And in space is Jerry Desdoon. He scored the first ever goal in the history of AV Alta. Can he net one here? He's shoved down at the penalty arc. And Angelo Kelly shown the second yellow card of the evening. Here's Babacar Dien, a little shimmy shake. And almost found a streaking Mark Doyle. That's the impact he has on this attack. And Desdoon cutting in on his right foot. Kelly shoves him down. And it looked like Christian Campo Hernandez was headed over to Kelly as soon as that challenge was made. No bookings in the first half. 3 here. 20 minutes into the back end of the match. For the fans at home, Eduardo Blancas on the bench this evening. The free kick king will not be taking this set piece for now. Jerry Desdoon and Walmer Martinez. Again, part of that big 3 of free kick takers. Talking things over, it's a wall. 5, Kelly ranging just to the left of Doyle. Knoxville, well, they're a team that looks for the headers. AV Alta not afraid to go for goal. Desdoon and Martinez. Desdoon going for goal, and it's stopped by Sean Lewis. An acrobatic leap. And Lewis currently preserving the result for his side. Excellent shot by Desdoon, and an even better save by Sean Lewis. This corner kick brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster, and now Walmer Martinez will have a chance to convert, possibly for the second time via corner kick. Goes short side. Martinez with his left foot into the area, and it's headed off frame. Jimmy Villalobos loves the chance, but can't believe he was unable to test Sean Lewis. Alex Cerritos will come on for AV Alta. Did a nice job in the Alianza match earlier this week. The substitution brought to you by Waste Management. Wilmer Martinez's day will end. Cerritos brings also a bit of flair to the attack. Dien having to hold up play and turns it over. Des Dune with Mariona running. And it's booted back. Still contained by AV Alta, so quick to the ball. And eventually giving that one away, but it's impressive how AV Alta are able to win these balls in the air. Not so much on the dual side, but it could be an errant pass from the opponent or a ricochet off their own teammate. They find a way to get to the ball in a hurry. That's a reason they are just so dominant in the attacking half. Question is, can they convert? Advantage played. Fernandez, far side, and headed up by Miguel Pajaro. It'll be a corner kick for One Knox. And Callum Johnson will head over to take the set piece. Knoxville looking for the season sweep, and AV Alta need to end this 9-game winless streak. One of those two might happen, or very simply, we could have a draw. Both teams deadlocked. This ball high in the air and snagged by Aviles. Robledo chasing the boot by Aviles. Awaiting reinforcements. Possession greater than what it was at the break. AV Alta at a rate of 66% have held the ball. The philosophy of react, repress, and recover has done very well for Brian Claben tonight. For Knoxville, well, the defense has held up as well. That back line has a lot of cohesion just due to the amount of reps that the guys have had together. Look at Jordan Skelton, Danny Fernandez. Center back duo a year ago as Villalobos feeds it inside. Sievert Haugli at center back tonight, but we also saw him in the midfield a lot in 2024. Again, a Swiss Army knife. Able to do what's ever asked of him. Dien backing down Saya. Doyle goes down. Recovered by Alisson. Mariona. Ledo inside. Cerritos looking for Des Dune. Dancing around. Robledo spinning. That shot blocked away. Can't be cleared by Haugli. But Doyle and Dien in the area drawing a foul. It will go the other way. Kempis Tequila. And James Thomas will come on. Babacar Dien making way for Kempis Tequila. The everyday striker a year ago, transitioning to a role on the bench. Will come on here. Stavros Zaracosta is off. James Thomas in. The Englishman still looking for his first professional goal in his third year with One Knox. These substitutions brought to you by Waste Management and Christian Ortiz. On for Jimmy Villalobos. Ortiz adds a little flair to that outside back spot. Him and Steven Ramos have been the everyday starters on either side of the center backs in the most recent of days. A gift to the fans in the stands, but have to give it right back. Ortiz taking the throw in quickly, and AV Alta can set up shop. Cruz looking for Ortiz, and will take Stuart Ritchie out of play with him. It's off the foot of Mark Doyle, and not quite a corner kick, but the throw in near the spot. Ramos, whose coaches have praised his attacking ability, stating the best is yet to come. Could we see it here late? You have to imagine AV Alta would love to connect on some late game heroics. Couldn't do so a week ago against Ford Madison. Excellent chances in stoppage time. Would love one here. Ramos goes down, nice challenge from behind. Callum Johnson there, but just gives it right to the scorer's table. The marching band has not left yet. They have sounded spectacular, looking to will their team to a victory. As that ball off of Hogley and out for a corner kick. Desdune heading to the far side. This corner kick brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster. AV Alta have been strong in the final moments of matches. Alisson with a go, it's deflected and Lewis covers it up on the turf. Treacherous territory here for Knoxville. AV Alta, they've scored 8 goals in the final 15 minutes of the second half of play this year. That's the most in USL League One. Can they do it when it matters most, or will One Knoxville find a way to escape with a massive 3 points on the road here? As Doyle called for the foul, and AV Alta going quickly, looking to catch the visitors off guard. You don't see AV Alta play the long ball much, but a nice timed run by Desdune. Desdune shovel pass inside. Cerritos from point blank range has it knocked away by Jordan Skelton. And the Newcastle man preserving the result for now. Eric Sea in a hand fight with Angelo Kelly, and Kempis Tequila with Miguel Pardo on the break. Tequila inside and out goes down. An excellent one-on-one defending from Miguel Pardo. It's not easy to do, and Brian Claben asks a lot of his center backs on the daily. And that right there is why Miguel Pardo is wearing the captain's armband. Has this fierce passion, fierce energy about him. not just on the pitch, but when taking on attackers in 1v1 situations, knows he is going to win most of the time. Gets the better of Kempis Tequila. Robledo looking for an answer. Centering pass. Cruz not one to take from distance that we've seen. Looking for the inside run of Christian Ortiz. Another staple of this AV Alta side, the direct runs by Steven Ramos and Christian Ortiz. As Mabumu Alassane providing a little bit of cover, if you will, dropping in with the center backs. Miguel Goling with the takeaway. And Kelly to Tequila. Doyle inside, and that one stopped. For the 301st time in the USL League One career, Carlos Aviles recording a save. Mariota on the far side. Usually see him on the left side of formation. Robledo in Cerritos, tugged down right at the spot. And he is furious, felt like he got pulled to the turf. Knoxville with a chance on the break. That ball might have hit Christian Campo Hernandez. And the visitors forced to slow up play a bit. Alex Cerritos tugging at his kit, trying to indicate that there was a pull, and if he showed that to the head official a little more, the kit might have come off. Drops it off to Richie. They've scored once off this action. Can they do it again? Mabumu Alassane had other thoughts. Now in the 80th minute. AV Alta looking for their first win since July 5th. Knoxville needing a clutch road result here in the final stages of the 2025 season. Looking for that home playoff match. Desdune inside to Ramos. Ramos hounded there by Skelton. It's out for a corner kick. 6'4" defender not playing any games. Would rather risk the set piece than a chance from Ramos. AV Alta getting a chance on this Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. The marching band just makes it that much more intense. The pounding of the drums. Desdune lofting this out of the area. Ortiz can't cross from the far side. Cruz looking for Pajaro. And this is what's tough off the corner kick. You see Miguel Pajaro and Eric Sea completely out of position. It's understandable. You know, they're down there to take the corner kick. Nice job of Steven Ramos to get to the ball, reset to Aviles, and by Miguel Pajaro, who's just getting back some time. You don't want to lose the numbers game with less than 10 minutes to go until stoppage time. Mr. Free Kick, Eduardo Blancas. Get some action late along with Osvaldo Ley. The indication from both coaches based on the substitutions here in half number 2 is, well, one of a non-favorable action to pick up a draw. Plenty of attacking, motivated substitutions here in half number 2. Ortiz Kempis Tequila on for One Knox, and Eduardo Blancas will check in for AV Alta. Miguel Pajado and Eric Sea beginning to work forward a little more, which could get Knoxville the numbers advantage in transition. That's why Kempis Tequila is off the screen to your right. Waste Management substitutions. Eduardo Blancas in Osvaldo replacing Mabumu Alassane. And Harrison Robledo will make way for Eduardo Blancas. Again, substitutions brought to you by Waste Management. Lay on the year. A two-time Team of the Week honoree, 3 goals and 2 assists across all competitions. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. You have to think here for Ilya Ilic. You want Knoxville to maintain the aggressiveness, but not get out of control. A set piece late could prove to be deadly. Desdune. Blancas the intended target. Mariona from distance, it's blocked. Callum Johnson was in the area. Doyle goes down, looking to win it back. An excellent second effort on the ground from Javier Mariona, double team. Seemed like all hope was lost and forcing a throw in here for AV Alta. Give and go, Blancas looking to get to his left foot. Ortiz to Cruz, spinning along the byline and sent away by Skelton. That one might have left the yard. The Bandit full attention with their song playing here on the late corner kick chance. Desdune over, but Blancas might be the one here on this Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Win to the back of Sean Lewis with outswing. It's headed out of the 18. May avoiding the collision there. Given away, and Gio Calixtro will check on for One Knox when given the chance. Kempis Tequila in open space. Kempis Tequila goes down. And an immediate booking shown there to Eduardo Blancas. Christian Campo Hernandez signaling the substitution for Calixtro. Catching the leg of Tequila, flying into the Lancaster sky. We talked about the importance of set pieces for AV Alta. Knoxville with a chance in their attacking third to beat AV at their own game. Rosamilia out. Calixtro in. A wall of about 5. Desdune, we'll see if he gets in on the action. Christian Campo Hernandez drawing the line for the wall. Desdune will stay off of it. And it is Kempis Tequila. Tequila going for goal and launches that one into the crowd. Couldn't test Aviles in just over 3 minutes until the start of stoppage time. Little play on words there. Ramos having to deal with a little more pressure and safely headed away. Knoxville would love to catch FC Naples in the table. A win tonight would give them an equal spot in the third position with Naples. Knoxville, based on goal differential, would own the second tiebreaker. So late match heroics for the visitors would put them into third in the league standings. For AV Alta, they could move up to fifth tonight. If this result were to stand, they would also stay in fifth with a win. Launched up, headed away by Sean Lewis. Cerritos looking to get to the ball quickly, colliding with Kelly. Osvaldo Ley stepping, taken down from behind, and Callum Johnson is right in the face of the head official, Christian Campa Hernandez, and another yellow's been shown. Mark Doyle coming over. Christian Campa Hernandez could light the sky with the amount of yellows that he has just put into the air. Sievert Haugli, Paris law firm, getting plenty of action on the late game bookings. Callum Johnson did not like the contact. Haugli came over immediately. Mark Doyle was in the area, and we'll clean it up for you here. So Sean Lewis well off his line, and Callum Johnson livid that Angelo Kelly didn't draw a foul, so he goes up to Campa Hernandez, gets the yellow card. Sievert Haugli right in the face. He picks up the second one, and then it looks like Mark Doyle is responsible for the third yellow card in 10 seconds. For all the viewers out there, we've talked about it all night, the importance of set pieces for AV Alta. And they'll have a chance right around the area where they ricocheted a ball off the woodwork a week ago against Madison. This opportunity is well within the range of Eduardo Blancas, Jerry Desdune, even Javier Mariona. And it has been official. 3 minutes of stoppage time have been announced. Not a lot of time for either side to work with. 3 yellow cards shown within 10 seconds, and it's AV Alta with a chance to put it away on the free kick. It's Eduardo Blancas, save made by Lewis. He's pumped up, letting Blancas know who he is and what he's done in League One. No doubt this one was going to go on frame. The question was, would Sean Lewis be able to make the save? And he does just that. Off the head of Ley. It'll be interesting to see, does AV Alta still build with a little bit of patience? Or do they play some passes in the air? A 50-50 ball, if you will, to try and test Knoxville. Brian Claben not one to gamble with the ball, but in a late game situation here, that'll be something to keep our eyes on. Stuart Ritchie with the throw-in. Just under 100 seconds until the approximate conclusion of stoppage time. Doyle into the area, Tequila dancing and taken down cleanly. Goaling recovers. Johnson over to Ritchie. Stuart Ritchie gets a cross off. Header chance. Save made by Aviles. Rebound. It's in. Pour one out. Kempis Tequila. Knoxville leads late. A stoppage time stunner from the German forward. Mobbed by his teammates. Kempis is relentless. Magnificent stop by Aviles, and Tequila is just the first one to the ball. With any sport that involves a net, it's fair to say good things happen when you get to the twine, and Kempis Tequila has given Knoxville the lead. Unreal. Kempis Tequila had 9 goals a year ago, 4th in the league, has had to deal with injuries, and that is his 4th goal in the league this year. It's brought to you by Snow Orthodontics, and it just goes to show that Kempis Tequila, no matter what his role is, no matter how it's changed over time, continuing to put his best foot forward. One back, and Knoxville trying to put this game on ice. Now it's just a matter of time before the final whistle stems from the mouth of Christian Campo Hernandez. Ortiz on the ground. Kelly with it. And there it is. The final whistle sounds. Knoxville snatching victory from the hands of a draw. Ilya Illich filling in for Ian Fuller. Gets Knoxville 3 points on the road. Much credited to the heroics of that man right there, Kempis Tequila. AV Alta in shock, now winless across their last 10 matches in league play. Brian Klaben, always with class, looking for an explanation from the officiating crew. Tequila and company rejoicing after a massive 3 points obtained by One Knoxville. They walk away with a 2-1 victory in Lancaster, California. Stick with us, we've got plenty of highlights and stats, and we'll take you through this exciting match to close out week 28.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
Your final from Lancaster, California. One Knoxville 2, AV Alta FC 1. Brian Klaben, although his side lost, ever so supportive of that stellar support section in Lancaster, California. Always appreciative. The Kempis Tequila giving One Knoxville a massive 3 points on the road. They are now third in the league table. Let's look at how we got here. Full-time highlights between AV Alta and One Knox. It was a hectic first 16 minutes of play. AV Alta, for the second match in a row, converting off of a corner kick. Javier Mariona, an acrobatic score. Nice effort to volley off the block shot of Jerry Desdune. But just a matter of minutes later, the visitors would have quite the response. Stuart Ritchie does what he does best, crossing the ball and doing it accurately. Puts one right on the head of Mikel Goling, and he doesn't miss, putting it by Carlos Aviles. 2 goals inside the first 16 minutes of play. It would be 1-1 apiece. But we would still have plenty of action throughout the match. Just before the hour mark, Jerry Desdune and Javier Mariona making magic happen. Mariona nearly beating Sean Lewis to the right stick. AV Alta, seems like every player from top to bottom has the range to score from outside the area. Just about 10 minutes later, Desdune testing Sean Lewis, going for goal off of the free kick. One of 3 players, along with Wilmer Martinez and Eduardo Blancas, that Brian Claben feels are some of the best free kick takers in the league. Knoxville, they gained a little momentum at the end. A header stopped by Carlos Aviles, and Kempis Tequila cleans up the trash. And that would be all she wrote. Knoxville would walk away with 3 points after a stoppage time stunner from the German forward. Full-time stats, Knoxville besting AV Alta 2-1. A total of 24 shots tonight, but Knoxville doubling the amount of chances on frame that AV Alta had. This is one of the crazier possession games that Brian Claben's side has had all year, controlling 68% of the ball. This is not ordinary. It works for them, but tonight bested in their efforts. A total of 8 corner kicks. AV Alta converted off of 1, but maybe needed to create more chances off the remaining 4. We had no bookings in the first half, but 7 in half number 2 at 1.3 shown to One Knox in a matter of 10 seconds, but nonetheless, your final 2-1. Up next for both these sides, Knoxville will go on the road to face a red-hot Omaha team. For AV Alta, they will try to end the 10-match winless skid. Thank you again for tuning in to the match tonight. Knoxville defeating AV Alta 2-1. A huge thanks to our entire crew for making this production happen. I'm Josh Lill, and have a great rest of your night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.